CATV is proudly presented by Toyota.
Congratulations for the Rajasthan Royals captainship, first of all. I want to know about, do you take India as a threat because there are some unexperienced bowlers in this side, but they are playing in this subcontinent conditions. So how you take Team India, particularly against your match?
Oh, look, there's no doubt that India are always going to be very strong in 2020 cricket. They've got a lot of really experienced players who have played a lot of 2020 cricket around the world, whether it's the IPL or whether it's internationally as well. Look, there's no doubt the Indian team's strength is their batting. They've got a lot of match winners with their batting. So there's no doubt that they're going to be extremely reliant on their batting throughout this tournament for them to have success. And there's no doubt these conditions are going to certainly help them at times as well. They know the subcontinent conditions extremely well. They always play very well, and especially on turning slower wickets. So their bowlers will certainly be more effective because of that, and their batters will continue to be very hard to contain as well. So there's no doubt Team India are going to be very hard to beat, like they always are, whether it's and especially in subcontinent conditions as well.
But the weak link is their fast bowling. They are unexperienced. They are not doing good bowling, especially in the death overs. Indian bowlers.
I think there's no doubt that's their biggest challenge is finding really good death bowlers, and that's going to be areas that oppositions are going to target. There's no question whether it's our team or the other teams that they're playing against. They everyone knows that is probably their weaker link is their death bowling at the end. But there's no doubt they've got experience. They've got experienced guys who have played a lot of 2020 cricket, so they'll find a way to be successful. So having MS Dhoni as a captain, he knows the game inside out, so he'll know how to get the best out of those players. There's no doubt.
Shane, being an experienced cricketer, what's result you look for? And my another question is, do you think your batting and bowling line combination is well for the subcontinent condition?
So what was the first part of that question?
Being an experienced cricketer, what's result you look for in T20? What's your expectation in result?
Oh, right, okay, yeah. Look, what we're targeting is hopefully winning this tournament. It's one tournament that we haven't won since I've been involved. There's no doubt, and this is. For me, this is the best squad that we've ever picked in 2020 cricket. We've got experience all the way down through our batting order. We've got power all the way through our batting order, which is going to mean that we've got guys up until 8 and 9 who can win a match off their own bat, which is very important in 2020 cricket. Is to have a lot of match winners, and bowling wise, we've got a number of match winners as well. Now, it's obviously very sad and disappointing that we don't have Mitch Johnson here, because he's certainly a match winner, and he's going to be sorely missed. But we've got really good backup as well, so we're going to have to make the most of that backup with not having Mitch Johnson here. But batting alone, we've got firepower all the way down, and as I said, I'm confident that we've got the squad to be able to win the 2020 World Cup. Doesn't mean we will, because there's a lot of great teams out there as well who've got a lot of match winners themselves. So we're certainly going to have to be at our best, but it's going to be it's going to be an exciting time for us. We're certainly we're playing well as a group, whether in any format of the game. We've certainly got a great team environment at this point in time. So Darren's leading us unbelievably well and making sure that he's getting the best out of the players that we've got.
Shane, obviously the fact that do you think that Australia, only weak link in the Australian team is that they don't have world-class spinners, the likes of Shane Warne or Stuart McGill, because you do have Brad Hogg and Hodge, but that is one area, because it would be pitted against the likes of Ravichandran Ashwin and Syed Ajmal, who are placed with your group. So that is the one weak link in the Australian team, particularly talking about playing in the subcontinent in this format.
I'd say any team that doesn't have Shane Warne's got a weak link, especially an Australian team, because there's no doubt he's the greatest leg spinner that's ever played the game. But look, I'd never take anything away from Brad Hogg. He's been, through his whole career, he's done an incredible job for Australia in all formats of the game. And at this point in time, like I've played with Brad for a number of years and had him at the Royals as well for a couple of years as well. And at this point in time, it's as good as Brad Hogg's ever bowled. I mean, face him in the nets, and he's bowling extremely well. He's a match winner. He takes wickets. He can take wickets through the middle, which is very important. So he's even at the tender age of, how old is he? 53 or 43? He's only getting better. So look, I certainly wouldn't say that we've got a weak link, because Brad Hogg especially is he's at his best at this point in time. So, and there's no doubt a wrist spinner as well, unless it's someone like Ajmal or Nareen. Leg spinners and high quality leg spinners are very difficult to be able to pick. They can spin the ball both ways. They've got a number of different balls under pressure that they can bowl. So I'd certainly, I'm certainly very confident that Brad Hogg will do a great job for us. And certainly, if that's what the oppositions think is our weak link, it'll be good to see how they take him on.
Shane, talking about the Indian batting lineup, few of the senior players are back, especially Raina, and you have Yuvraj and Dhoni, who, when they played last time, both of them took the match away from you in the T20 International. So, are they a big concern for the team? Like how you are looking to tackle these senior players who are seasoned guys in T20?
Yeah, look, as I said, the Indian batting lineup is going to be extremely challenging, and also in subcontinent conditions, if the wickets are a little bit slower, then certain plans that we have against a couple of those players, especially, will be harder to try and execute. But we will certainly have our plans about how to try and limit their damage as much as we can. There's no doubt they're world-class players. Those guys have got an amazing amount of experience in 2020 cricket and high-quality 2020 cricket as well. So, as I said, the Indian batting is certainly going to be a huge challenge for us to try and negate from our bowling unit. But also, we know that we've got a lot of firepower in our batting lineup as well. So, the oppositions that we play against are certainly going to have to be at their best as well, because we've got all the players that we need all the way down to be able to take the game away from the opposition as well. So I'm sure as much as we're worried about them, they're worried about us as well.
But Yuvraj and Dhoni are the finisher. How do you rate them as a finisher?
Well, we know that Dhoni's one of the best finishers in the game, and has done it consistently under pressure for India throughout his whole career. So he certainly and always is a huge wicket if you're able to get Dhoni, because he finishes a game off better than just about anyone. Maybe a little bit better than Brad Hodge, because I think he's done very well for for the Rajasthan Royals as well. He's done incredibly well at the death. So, but MS Dhoni, he's extremely powerful. He can and does win games for any team that he's involved in. So we're going to have to be at our best to be able to try and contain him, because if we don't, he can certainly take a game away from any team very quickly.
Last two.
Shane, what do you think about your group? And my another question is, being an all-rounder, there are a couple of all-rounder in much of teams. Do you think this T20 tournament will dominate the all-rounders?
Well, I hope it is a tournament for the all-rounders, because it means that hopefully I've contributed in some way to our team's success. But look, we've got a great team environment now, and we have since Darren took over. Everyone's really enjoying ourselves. Darren certainly knows how to get the best out of the players that we've got, and we're certainly enjoying every minute of being in and around the Australian team. So look, I think that's something that is a big advantage for us, and has been since Darren's taken over. And all-rounders, I suppose being an all-rounder just means you have two opportunities, especially to be able to try and have some form of impact on the game. So all-rounders are always going to have a certain impact in 2020 cricket, and especially because it's not always going to be your day with bat or ball, but if you've got two chances to be able to have some impact, then you've got more chance of trying to help your team contribute to a win. So hopefully, there's no doubt the all-rounders will have a significant impact on the games throughout this tournament.
Last question.
You will be leading Rajasthan Royals in IPL 7. Rahul Dravid will be around as a mentor as a mentor in your team. How you take this team, Rajasthan Royals? Some new players are coming in this side, especially in this auction. And the second question: how much Hindi words you learn from your last 6-7 tours?
Well, I've learned a lot of different Hindi, good and bad words. But look, from the Royals' perspective, it's a very very exciting time for what we were able to achieve last year, and then we've been able to keep just about the whole squad together and build around that squad, the core group that we had as well. So, look, it really is. There's no doubt it's something that I've always wanted to be able to have an opportunity to captain a team and to be able to captain the Rajasthan Royals franchise is certainly a huge honour and something that I'm really looking forward to. But that's in the future. That's a fair way away now with such a huge tournament here. And my whole focus at this point in time is to be able to do whatever I can to help the team win this 2020 World Cup because it means so much to everyone within Australian cricket. I know it means so much to the players here to be able to win this World Cup. So there's no doubt once this 2020 World Cup finishes, it's going to be a very exciting time to be involved with the Rajasthan Royals. But at this point in time, it's an exciting time to be involved in the Australian team as well.